Hello, my name is Adele. Thanks for stopping at my channel. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscription button below and give me a like. And you will also be able to find my contact information below. And make sure to tell your friends and your family about the channel, and maybe they might be interested in what's going on over here. However, Cap, you got a lot going on this year in 2020. The sun right now is in Capricorn, Jupiter's in Capricorn, and the South Node is here, which I call the skunk at the party. You got Sirius here, which is an asteroid. You got the Power of Fortune, and you got Saturn racing to catch up to Pluto, and they will be having a conjunction here. On the 26th of December, which is in just a couple of days, you will have a solar eclipse. And the effect of a solar eclipse is a new beginning for you. A new beginning such as you want to get rid of some things that have been in your life that you no longer want there. You want to change your attitude. And you might even want to change your car. And I do see you will be doing some traveling. And with the sun conjuncting Jupiter, you could even have a new relationship coming into your life, which could lead to something good. Might even lead to marriage for you. You're going to have to be a little bit patient this year because you're going to have a lot of interaction with older people, a relative, and you're going to have to give them support, which I've said this before. But the eclipse coming is really going to bring it out into the open where you can see just who it is. Could be a father, could be a mother, could be an aunt or somebody, but it's in your family. Also, you're going to have to go deep within yourself to be able to deal with some of the challenges that will be coming up. And also make sure that you watch your health this year. Because when these planets are conjunct like this, when they get hit, although you have the sun and Jupiter here, which will be good, but like I said, you got a skunk at the party here, which is the South Node, which has to do with relationships and also with finances. So, it could be a little bit draining of your finances. As fast as Jupiter brings the benefits into your life, the South Node here could take some of them away from you. You might be dealing with having to get some new transportation this year too, but you'll have the money and the resources to do that. Coming to your second house, you got Venus at 3 of Aquarius. Now, what is happening, the aspects that we're looking at now absolutely support Capricorn. In Capricorn signs, the ones that are early degree Capricorns, late degree Capricorns, like the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th. But as the sun moves through Capricorn to the end of, to the middle of January, it's going to affect all Capricorns. And also, this planet will be dealing with any sign that's 8, 17, 26. You will have some of the same effects as a person with the sun in Capricorn because you're an inner Capricorn through your numbers. And I have found that many times the number of any sign that's a Cap, they're more like a Capricorn with the sun in Capricorn. So some of the same issues could be confronting you that will confront the people with the sun in Capricorn. So remember, that's any sign. Any sign. It could be April, May, June, July. But if it's 8, 17, or 26, you're an inner Capricorn. I like to call hidden. So be very mindful. And of course, you certainly have to be watching your health issues this year. All Capricorns. You got Venus, which is in the second house at 3 of Aquarius. And this is a good thing. You'll be able to hold on to some of your money for a while. It will be coming into look like your money will be coming due to your career. So just try to hold on to it and don't give it away. You know, you find people that are in need, and you will find some of your relatives in need, but just keep enough for yourself. Don't give it all away. In the third house, we have Neptune in that house, which again has to do with your relatives, and some strange things have been going on there. They're going to come out into the open, but some of them already have come into the open. We talked about that a little bit earlier this year with Neptune in this house. Maybe some other sign, but it covers up a lot of things. But let's just hope it's not too scandalous, because Neptune like a lot of scandal. On the fourth house, we have the dark moon Lilith in that house, which tells me again, there are some things going on with some older people, or also with some family members that you're going to have to give support to. But that's not the worst thing that can happen, you know. If somebody is in need, and Caps, they like to help too. They'll help you when you're down and out. But if once you get on your feet, you're on your own. In the fifth house, we have Uranus in that house. And Uranus is making some nice aspects to the Sun and to Jupiter. But it's retrograde, so it cannot give what it normally would give. Again, this is a house of children. And so, you know, there's some issues going on with your children. So, you know, you just have to counsel with them and tell them the things that you want them to do that's right. Give them some guidance, because that's what's needed here at this time. Of course, they don't want to listen all the time, but as parents, you know, as I've said before, we don't give up on our children. We work with them until we leave the planet, usually. On the sixth house, we have Mercury on that house, which tells me again, you got to deal with your diet, you got to deal with your health. So just make sure that you know, maybe you might need to go and have a physical. Not that anything is bad, you just need a checkup. On the seventh house, we have the North Node in this house, and we have, I put a Trans-Neptunian in this house. And the Trans-Neptunian that I put in this house has a lot to do with how you're dealing with your family at this time, and relationships as well. So by the time we get to the full moon on the 10th, you will be looking at how you're going to handle relationships that you find yourself into, whether you want to keep them or not. And this is also, some of you Capricorns are right in the midst of getting divorces now. And also, this has to do with property. It has to be a division of property here. So, do what you have to do. And this has a lot to do with fairness. So, let's just be fair. And you'll come out okay. I'm only talking about the houses where we have energy, which is planets. And in the 10th house, as usual, this applies mostly to the younger Capricorns too, because many Capricorns at this time, you're retiring. And this third house has a lot of retired people in there. The one I was telling you about, that a lot of secrets have to come out. A lot of people in this house are retired. That's why I know that you might have to drive people somewhere, take them back and forth to the doctor. Some people might have sick issues in this house that you would have to help out. At the midheaven, because there's no planet in that house, and so I can reflect the dark moon Lilith in that house, which tells me again, you want to make a job change. Some of you younger Caps will be doing that. And that's not a bad thing either, because you want more money. You don't think you're getting enough for your work, and it's probably true, you're probably not getting enough. But now is a good time to make the changes, because you're under some very good aspect as far as Jupiter and the Sun is concerned. So some opportunities will be presented to you. So make sure to take those opportunities as they come, and just give a good day's work. You know, a lot of times, you know, you might get tired, you don't feel like doing what you're doing. So sometimes as Capricorns, we kind of bring our troubles on ourselves. So just make sure that that's not what is happening with you. So check yourself. On the 11th house, at this time, we have Mars in that house, and we have the moon, which is void, of course, so it's pretty weak. It's not doing anything that much to you, but you're thinking about what you can do here. And of course, that's like change the job. So you don't like the hours either that you have here. You know, you want to be able to, some of you want to be able to go to church. Some of you want to be able to change your church that you're in. So this will be a good time to do that. And also, you're not satisfied with some of the groups you find yourself in too. So if you have to change groups, change your friends, well, now is a good time. That's what is meant by breaking down structures, things that you have been in and you've been thinking about whether I should stay there. Do they like me or do they not like me? You know. Well, if you go around and you find other churches that you want to go to, do that. If you find other groups that you want to get into, do that too. Let's move to the 12th house here. We have Athena, which is an asteroid, and we have Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius. So this has a lot to do with what you have been thinking about and dealing with the past a lot too. The spiritual part of your life. You have been searching your soul as to what you want to do, you know. How am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing on the planet? We all ask those same questions when Mercury gets into a spiritual sign here. So this is something these are some of the structures that you want to break down and start again and renew yourself. This is a good time to do it because you will have plenty of help from Pluto, breaking down the structures that you feel that you no longer want to deal with or that you no longer need, you know. So this is like cleaning house, throwing out a lot of things that you don't want in your house. This is the same type of aspect that is. And you will find with Pluto here, you will be cleaning house. You'll be going into the closets and under the bed, places that you have not been before to clean up. You'll be just getting rid of a lot of the riffraff, a lot of the hidden trash, and also hidden secrets. That's another thing that Pluto does here. Bring out secrets, things that have been suppressed and pushed down. Pluto will make you deal with this, restructuring your life. That's what's happening. And you also want to restructure yourself too. You got a lot of things going on here with body image. You don't like the way you look. Get in a gym. That's what you've been thinking about anyway. Take care of it. So I wish each and every one of my visitors and those who have stayed to have a happy new year. And some of your New Year's have already started because most people think in terms of January the 1st being a new year. But your New Year starts on your birthday. So some people have had their New Year all the year in order to restructure their lives when they had their eclipses and new moons and their sun signs. So I wish much prosperity to all, and to all. Enjoy the holidays. Be careful. Be careful with driving. Don't have too much spirits, okay? So until next time, I wish you all happy holidays and happy new year.